Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name's Peter Fasciano.
And I'm Peter's sister, Mary Bridget Fasciano.
I brought her, actually, I didn't bring her bag. She actually sent me a text and said, hey, let's go shoot a video.
I was around the corner having happy hour with some friends, and I was nearby, and I figured, heck, why not?
And I've got some Sip It or Skip It series episodes to shoot. So that's what we're going to do.
We're going to do this thing.
So I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. She's going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects. Hopefully it's not a peated offering. We're going to take it off the shelf, give it a quick review, and let you know if we're going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because we like it or I like it, or we're going to skip it and move on to something different once the bottle's gone because we don't like it. So
I think according to your last one, you were almost dead even. I think your skips were one ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit above 50% now.
All right, so let's see what we're doing. I love doing this.
I don't know if it's going to show up or not because both these cameras just search for our eyes and it's sideways
And
anyway.
it's not.
Oh,
1792 bib.
bottled in bond. Bottled in bond, B-I-B.
Oh,
1792 bottled in bond. I think you're going to like this maybe.
it sounds familiar to me for some reason.
Yeah, we've had a couple of them before.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and grab this. I've got a couple of them. I don't think this is a store pick or anything. I think this is just the 1792 standard pick or the standard offering. So we'll go ahead and grab it, pour it, do a review.
And tell you what we think. Oh. Is the dust any indication of what you think of it?
No.
Okay.
You know, you accumulate whiskeys, and that's why I've got a wheel. Every once in a while, I got to spin the wheel just to figure out what it is that I want to drink for the day or
Hey.
the week or the weekend.
By the way, I liked your idea on today's video about doing a monthly drawing to help get rid of some of your whiskeys.
Yeah, so if you are new here, if this is the first time that you're watching, I poured you quite a bit. I'm kicking around an idea. And for my United States viewers, this is for you. If you're interested in a monthly giveaway on the last day of the month, on the 31st of May, I'm going to open up the giveaway. So if you're interested in winning 2 6-ounce samples of any of the whiskeys that I have in the month of May, you can do a channel donation of $5 or any increment of $5. And then 2 weeks into June, probably June 7th, I will announce the winner. So far, I have had 0 people say that they're interested in doing this with the exception of my sister. So
I think it's kind of a cool idea.
yeah, so if you are interested in something like that, leave some comments down below.
Okay,
And we'll go. Apparently swirling the glass
I'm not. Are you
evaporates.
getting an aroma?
I'm getting a lot of sweet.
Are you really?
I'm getting a tremendous amount of vanilla and caramel.
I don't smell anything.
Well, let's smell it.
Okay. Well,
How don't we have to cheers
not
to smell
yet.
it?
We have.
All right, so
Is this a bourbon?
it is.
Okay. I'm starting to pick up on what I understand about the smells. Like I can tell a Scotch, I can tell an Irish, I can tell a bourbon. Sometimes I can tell a rye.
Barton, 1792. Jack Daniels. And there's one other that is escaping me. Has a banana note. A pretty dominant banana note. Either banana or maple, or maybe a combination of the two.
They smell very different. But
So-
now that you said that again, always power of suggestion.
Yeah, so
But I
I'm-
do smell a little banana.
Yeah, I get banana. There's vanilla, banana, caramel, brown sugar, I think cherry. All those traditional bourbon notes come through on this. Just taking a look at the price, I don't think Barton's are 1792s.
Oh.
I mean, it's $40.
Yeah.
$40 for a bottled in bond.
I like the way it smells.
Yeah.
It smells like it would be something that I would like. But that doesn't always ring true once I actually taste it.
Yeah, it has a very pleasant, appealing, like
It's not overwhelming with one particular scent. Like it's not overly banana, it's not overly maple, it's not overly vanilla. It's like a nice balance of all of those.
and it's 50% ABV, and it's not going to blow out your palate.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very, if you want to say whiskey tries to kill you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, when you drink it, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe people drink this stuff.
John said, my husband says it every time he takes a drink.
This is an inviting whiskey.
Yes. Oh,
it kind of lures you in and then
whiskey.
tries to kill you.
Okay.
So it's good. All right, cheers.
Well, how are you saying that it's good? Do you know? Did you just give something away?
No, John and I have had this before.
You just gave something away. Did you just?
No, I said that I think you're going to like this, but you never know. So cheers.
Cheers.
Smells good. I like it.
I know.
That's pretty damn good.
That's really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It is a softer 50% ABV. I don't think it lights your mouth up. I mean, you're drinking whiskey. It does give you a little bit of a heat moving down into the chest, at least for me. All of those notes of banana, maple, caramel, vanilla, cherry, that all comes through to me on the palate. It's a very pleasant tasting bourbon.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
Yeah, I picked a good one. You should have me spin the wheel all the time.
Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
And there's
How many of these did you say there are? There's different 1792s?
Yeah, so 1792 has their traditional or their normal releases. They have a bottled and bond. They have a small batch. They have single barrels. They have, I think there's a 12-year-old out there. And then they also have a full proof. And there may be some others that are finished. I'm not positive. But I have, I think, one of their standards. And then I also have their store pick. So I have a store pick bottled and bond, a store pick full proof, a store pick single barrel, and then I think their standard release. So I have a couple of bottles of these. We've taken it over to your house before.
Yeah. Well, I recognized as soon as the wheel hit it,
Yeah.
I recognized because it's a number. It reminds me of the, I was going to say Clint Eastwood, not Clint Eastwood. Who's the guy? Kevin Costner. What are all the shows that he's doing right now that are based on years?
Are you talking about Yellowstone?
Yeah. So they did Yellowstone, and then they did the other two shows were years. The titles of the shows were years. So
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
kind of
watch
when
them.
I
got
saw-
bored. I got bored with Yellowstone after like the first 3 seasons. It's like the same old thing over and over again. Impossible situations, and then they get out of it, and then the next episode is the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm a sucker.
I lost my flavor for it. Speaking of losing flavor, this sticks around. This doesn't lose flavor.
Like it has a very nice velvety, like it coated my mouth, and the flavor that it left is a very nice flavor.
Yeah, I would say it's medium to long finish. And I'm also picking up a slight amount of barrel char or barrel bitterness. That's not always a bad thing, but I do feel it on the side of my tongue that it just adds a little bit more depth to it other than just the typical bourbon notes. Want to go for a second sip?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for a second sip. Do we have to cheers after every time?
Yes, I love to cheers.
Okay, well, cheers.
It makes drinking more fun. I mean, drinking with you is always fun, but when you
It
cheer,
slows down the process. Yeah,
But I thought drinking whiskey was supposed to be a slow process.
it is. It's a sipper.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, it's a social sipping club.
Oh, that second sip tasted different. Don't you think?
Gets a little bit acclimated to whatever it is in your mouth the first time. I don't think for me it changed that much. I think it did soften a little bit. It's not as punchy as that first sip, but I still get all of those really pleasant notes.
It hit me more on the back part of my tongue as opposed to my entire tongue this time. Like the flavors were more pronounced there than anywhere else.
So here's the difficult situation. These are sip it or skip it episodes based on the bottle that I have. Now, I do have a bottled and bond store pick, and I'm going to grab it really quick.
See, he always does this, and I didn't even have to say anything this time, but I was thinking it. Maybe it was like that ESP because I was thinking, oh, maybe we should compare it to another, what is this? 1792. 1792.
So I've got another one. It's
They look exactly the same.
yeah, because it's the bottled and bond. I think the bottled and bonds are the yellows.
Oh, okay.
So this bottled and bond is the Total Wine pick. And it says single barrel select. So
Does that mean it's supposed to be better?
no, I just think that it means that, and I get confused every once in a while.
Just every once in a while?
Yeah, single barrel select. Does this mean that 1792 selected this individual pick for Total Wine and More, or did the representatives of Total Wine actually pick this themselves, either going out to Barton and getting it, or whether or not Barton sent them samples and then said, yeah, we'll go with this one. I get confused on the labeling itself. So this is the single barrel select from Total Wine.
You have another
I do, it's right here.
Glencairn.
Yep.
Yay, we get to taste
It's
another
been a
one.
while since I had this one. So
But this one doesn't have as much dust on it as the other one did.
I think it was in a different place in the closet. So I'll go ahead and put this one over
It's a little
here.
chancy on the pour.
Well, we're gosh, give me the business. How about that? So Total Wine pick their normal pick. Yeah, the more that this is sitting, the more I get cherry banana.
I don't think I love the smell as much.
I think this stand jumps out of the glass more than this.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
quite a bit.
Is it because that is not filled as much?
Well, I'm coating it, so I'm hopefully. No, I think that actually kind of has like a little bit of a dusty peanut nutty note.
Whereas this one smells more mapley.
Yeah, this has a more fruity note, I think, compared
totally.
to this. We'll taste it, and what do you think?
You're gonna make me taste it first.
Yeah, you're the guest. It's only polite, but it's also polite to share.
I know. I just don't want you to drink it from where I have my chapstick. Is the ABV the same?
It's the same. Bottled and bonds are 50% always.
Oh, always. Okay. I don't
My throat is going crazy, it's like gurgling.
I don't dislike that.
I don't dislike it either.
I'm trying to
But it's weird that it has a nutty.
differentiate the
it has a
difference
nutty
in
note.
tastes.
I'm leaning more towards this one. Look
Really?
on the bottom of that. How much did that one cost?
Is this the one, the total wine?
Yeah. So
$38.99.
So
a dollar. What is it, like a dollar less?
$39.99. Why would it be a dollar less? Yeah, that's weird. Are you ready for a sip or a skip?
Sure.
All right. So based on what I'm getting, and like I had mentioned before, these episodes are always about the individual bottles. And even though I know that the store picks are out there, or picks are out there of this brand, based on what I'm getting out of this bottle, I am leaning more towards repurchasing this over a store pick. So based on also what I know of the Barton's 1792s, is I think I prefer the bottled and bond over the majority of their picks, or the majority of their releases. So for me, I'm going to say that this is going to be a skip. No.
Wait.
No. I totally
You
messed up myself. This
I'm
is
like,
going to
wait a minute. You were leading. You were like building it up, and then
these erase that. Let's rewind a little bit. So based on what I know about my preferences with 1792, this individual bottle is going to be a sip. I would replace this over that.
Wait, but I just thought you said, and maybe I.
Don't confuse me.
Okay, I thought when we tasted this that you said actually that you liked this better.
No, I like
Oh,
this
you
one
like
better.
that one better.
This has a nutty
note.
note, like a dusty peanut nutty
Oh,
note
okay.
that I don't think really blends together
As well as this one.
with
It's not
one.
as.
This
yeah.
is fruity. It's more punchy. It has a little bit more of those traditional bourbon notes that I like. It's sweeter. It seemed to be a little darker than this one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for me, this
Go
is
ahead,
this is
keep
gonna
talking.
okay for me. This one's going to be a sip for all of those reasons that I just said: the banana, the cherry, the barrel char, the vanilla, the caramel, the brown sugar. All of those traditional bourbon notes are coming through, and it's a pretty reasonably priced bottle.
Yeah,
as
$40.
well. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. sip.
Yeah, I'm totally at a sip with this. If this was at my house, I would definitely reach for it and grab it. And at $40 to replace it, absolutely. I think from a lot of the whiskeys that I've tasted from you, this could be up there with one of my favorites. And
Yeah.
it could be because I'm a newer whiskey drinker. And so this is a pretty easy whiskey to drink.
It
It's
really
not,
is an
it
easy sipper.
is. And it's not overwhelming with any one flavor. It's pretty balanced across the board and very pleasant.
Yeah. I've got a question for everybody that's out there that's watching this. This is a pretty dominant category of $40 whiskeys, $40 bourbons. If you were to look at a specific price range, $40, what is your go-to $40 bourbon?
That's a good
Let me know
question.
in the comments down below. And if I have these $40 bourbons in my collection, maybe I'll do a Friday flight of the best
Ooh, $40
$40
bourbon
bourbons.
segment. I like.
Yeah.
Did you just think of that up on the fly?
Yeah. See?
Sometimes, like, your brain just.
Yep. Well, I think it's like competition. Whenever you're playing against somebody, you always play down to their ability or play up to their ability. I know your ability, so I think my brain is elevating
Because
to your ability.
Oh.
So it just, I've got to be on my game.
Okay.
So yeah. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite $40 bourbons are, or in that $40 price range. If I have them in my collection, or if I need to, I can run out and grab them, and I can do a flight of the best $40 bourbons.
I think that's great across the board to do it like how we were doing our wine tastings, like $40, and then
Yeah,
like a $60 an $80, $120. I mean, because you have all those ranges in
Yeah.
your collection, and just because it's, you
And
know,
this is also not a new idea. There's a tremendous amount of channels bourbon
do
channels
they?
that are out there that
that do
this.
that. Oh, okay.
But it just
oh,
struck a-
see,
it
and you
just-
made me think that you were brilliant.
It just struck. Well, I am brilliant, but that's the whole idea about being brilliant. You don't brag about it.
Okay,
So anyway, this is a sip for me.
it's a sip for me. I think actually, I would say, hold on.
So what about you? Let me know in the comments down below which Barton 1792 offerings are sips or skips for you. And I think that's pretty much
Where are we
everything
gonna
we've
leave
got
it?
to say. Would you want to run this back and do another one for the next week?
Sure. I'm here. Might as well.
All right. So let's go ahead and clean up here. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. Turn on the bell notification because I produce videos every.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yep. And you want to turn that bell notification on. So when a video does go live, you'll be notified.
Because you don't want to miss this.
This is total entertainment right here. This is must-see YouTube. All right.
YouTube at its finest.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.